So I'm going to go ahead and show you today how to make a ma candle, or a come to me candle, to help draw business into a business, to help bring money and customers to a business. And today we're going to be using several products to make this candle. But first thing that we've got to do is go ahead and cleanse our candle. I have here some Florida water to do so, and we're going to use the Florida water to clean the candle. And what that's going to do is it's going to help to cleanse out any spiritual stuff, like negativity or old stagnant energy that may have gotten onto the candle from sitting in the store where it was purchased from. This is a 14-day jar candle here. We're going to be using this today to go ahead and bless our candle. Excuse me while I put my cat in his bed for a moment. That way we can do what we've got to do here. And I'm sorry if the camera shakes or the sound quality is not that very good. I do apologize. I kind of working with what I've got today for today's video. Okay, so what we're doing is we're just taking the candle here, and we put a little bit of Florida water on our rag, and we're wiping this candle down. Okay, now as we're wiping the candle down, we're visualizing here all the energy that this candle may have picked up at the store from people's hands touching it, any stagnant energy. It's just kind of taken away. It's freshening up the candle, putting it into a better energetic condition. Okay, so we just wipe it down and get that energy good. So today you can see here I have a working candle already lit. I've got just an extra tool here that I use from time to time. I just put that there. So that's there just to help me focus the camera a little bit. So we have different herbs that draw money today. We have different things that help draw love and help draw, good energies to the store and help bring in good clients. Excuse me one moment while I grab my lighter. I forgot the lighter, and I forgot to grab a skewer here, because we're going to need that today. Now, using a skewer and the lighter, we're going to be able to take our skewer and make the holes in the candle that we need to make. And the lighter, of course, is for the incense we're going to have burning here on the side while we make this candle. Now, I've got a money drawing incense here, to which I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of herb for money drawing. So I'm going to add my own little ingredient of herb to this one. This is going to be rue. Rue is good for money. It's good for cleansing. It's good for a lot of different things. It's also good for helping love situations. Okay? So we'll just put a little bit in the incense. I'm going to go ahead and light up the incense now that we've got our candle cleansed. And this incense is just going to go ahead and help set the energy and the mood for visualizing the kind of energy that we're trying to work with. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take our skewer, and we're going to make our holes using the pointy end, of course, and with the skewer into the candle. I like to make them in 4 different spots, and then I put a 5th one in if I need it for, loading the candle up with something more solid. Okay. Now, herbs are pretty solid, but I mean, things like lucky coins. Today we're going to be using a nickel that was found on the street on a lucky day. Now, sometimes I like to use pennies or dimes that I find out there, because those things also, when available, are very good and powerful when you're working with luck and money, as well as certain love situations. So I've gone ahead and I've made the symbol of the crossroads, or the cross itself, here around the wick, and then sometimes I will go ahead and put in that last hole as well. If I want to put something bigger, a little bit more solid, like a coin or a talisman in there, which you're more than capable of doing. Even a crystal sometimes can be used, depending upon the type of crystal and the type of work. I like to use quartz, plain quartz crystal, because it's a universal crystal. It really can be programmed to do anything, and it's a go-to all-around, all-purpose crystal. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and take the smoke, and I'm going to waft some of the smoke from the incense, the sacred incense, into the candle. And as I'm doing this, I'm visualizing the smoke blessing the candle. I'm visualizing this smoke blessing the candle to bring customers, to bring love, to bring joy, to bring peace and happiness to this business that, this business owner needs. And we're going to go ahead and say a little prayer before beginning. This is going to be a mantra. This is a Lakshmi mantra. But first, we're going to do a mantra to remove obstacles. We're going to use Ganesha's mantra. So I'm going to do that 3 times, and then I'm going to do Lakshmi 3 times. Om Gan Ganapate Namaha. Om Gan Ganapate Namaha. Om Gan Ganapate Namaha. Okay, a little bit more than 3. I just go with what I feel in the moment. Now Lakshmi. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Swaha. And then I'm going to make the symbol of Om. Om. And then I'm going to go ahead and place in my own eshe, my own energy, into the candle. I'm just doing this by visualizing it going into the candle. Putting the sign of the cross. Okay. Then what we're going to do now is we're going to use sweeteners, and we're going to go ahead and use our herbs as well to bless the candle. And what I'm going to do is go ahead now, put my Florida water away. We're going to start with the honey, okay? Honey is a sweetness. You attract more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Honey is a sweetener in magic as it is in life. It helps to sweeten situations, bring, positive energy to them. It works for drawing money. It works for drawing love. Anything you want to draw in that's positive, you can use a sweetener like honey or a syrup of sorts, or, whatever is sweet like sugar. You can use these things to bring in that positive energy, to draw them in. Honey is very attractive, where vinegar is kind of repelling. So we use that more in cleansing work. Now I'm going to use some bayberry oil here. And I'm just going to put 4 drops of bayberry oil. Because we're going to be using a lot of different oils today. This is a bayberry scented oil. I have some bayberry leaves inside of it to give it the real energy of the bayberry plant. And then we're going to use the rest of the oils, which are all essential oils today. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple drops of patchouli in here. Patchouli oil is very good for drawing money and love and this oil has a very earthy scent to it. It's very earthy and very musky in nature. If you really smell your dollar bills or you smell money, sometimes it can be musky. It could be an earthy type smell. Not quite like patchouli, but patchouli is a good earthbound herb which helps draw money and love. Then for some of these bottles, I don't have a dropper in the bottle itself, so I'm using these droppers today. And we have our working candle, our incense, and the next oil that we're using today is going to be cinnamon. We're just going to put a few drops of cinnamon in here. Cinnamon is wonderful for drawing money. It's great for protection and removing negativity. It's great in love work as well, because when you're trying to draw love in, cinnamon is awesome. Using the essential oil on the skin by itself is not recommended at all. If you're ever going to get it on the skin, you want to have it diluted in some kind of carrier like olive oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, coconut oil. These are carriers that you can use that are skin safe, and you want to dilute it by 2% or 3%, which is my recommendation. So that way you have 3% of the cinnamon oil to the main base of carrier. It makes it more skin safe. So the next oil we're going to be using today is peppermint oil. Now, peppermint oil is very good at protecting money, in my opinion. Okay, and it's good at protecting certain types of work, like your love, stuff like that. It's also good for protection in general. So we're using peppermint today to symbolize that protection. It can also symbolize prosperity, because when you plant mint, especially peppermint, in your garden, if you put it in the ground, by the time next year comes, your whole backyard will be taken over by it if you don't keep it under control. It grows like a weed, and it's wonderful in that energy that it has, because that can be used to symbolize prosperity, abundance, and growth. Our next oil we're going to do today is lemongrass. Lemongrass is used in cleansings. It's used in the formula for Van oil, which is a spiritual all-purpose oil for the most part. It's great for luck, okay? And lemongrass is cleansing, protective, and lucky. So we're using just a few drops of that today. I put about 4 drops of each oil, maybe 3. It's whatever I'm feeling at the moment, just kind of visualizing. And then we're going to go ahead and use orange, which is also protective and cleansing, but has been known to be an ingredient in Crown of Success oil. And orange, in my opinion, represents success. It represents happiness. It represents new beginnings. See, I grew up in Florida for most of my life, and I love the orange groves, and they always represented new days, new opportunities, inspiration, and success to me. So this oil is very dear to my heart, and I love the smell that it has. So the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to start adding our herbs to the candle. And then when we're done with the herbs, we can go ahead and put the final blessing. So this herb here is marigold, or in some cases it's called calendula. I don't know if I'm really pronouncing that right, so please forgive me if I'm not. I'm just sprinkling some of that in there. This marigold represents prosperity, okay? It can be protective as well. It's used to protect homes and property. It could be an ingredient in road opener at times. Crown of Success as well. And it's helpful with a lot of different things, but it really represents prosperity. The plant looks like coins when it's growing and flowering. The flowers look like coins. And then we're going to use rue. Now, I stated that rue is a great herb. It's known as the herb of grace in certain cases. And rue is protective, And in the Mexican culture, it also represents love and money and cleansing. So it's good for money, love, cleansing, protection. It's good. If you grow rue in the garden and you get some of that on your skin when you're cutting it or whatever, it can also have a reaction. So you want to be careful when you're growing it. Rue will give you swells. It'll irritate the skin a little bit. And that's why we also use it for protection too. Now, because a lot of herbs do in life what they do in magic. They symbolize, you know, through the doctrine of signatures at times. Now, that's a story for another day, for another video or vlog or whatever you want to call this. We're going to use Master of the Woods right now. Master of the Woods, in my opinion, I like to add it to a lot of stuff because it helps you master the work that you're doing, okay? And it can be used to master all types of different situations. And you know, its purpose is really within its name, Master of the Woods. It's a great herb, but in nature, it's actually considered a weed amongst the woods. Now, we're using chamomile today as well. Chamomile is our final herb for today. I like using a lot of different herbs in my work, especially with my candles. And then we have a couple extra bonus ingredients today. So now I'm going to use this chamomile, okay? And chamomile also to me represents coins. It represents money. It represents love. So what we're doing here is we're kind of combining love and money together to really create a very powerful candle to help this business out. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in our bonus ingredients today. I actually have some eco glitter here, which is biodegradable glitter. I like to use this stuff in my candles. I really buy it because of my soap making and the spiritual products I make that we can use that are more cosmetic grade. So like soaps, lotions, that kind of stuff. But I think the glitter adds a nice touch to the candle. It also, in this particular candle, it's going to represent for us kind of what fool's gold looks like when you find it in the earth. Then we're going to go ahead and put our coin into the little hole that we've made for it. I could have done that sooner. I'm going to go ahead and put it heads up in a way so the head is facing towards the flame, which means it's going to see the light and be drawn to the light, okay? So, you know, the face on the coin is facing the flame itself as the flame and the candle burns. Now, there's one last bonus ingredient here. We have gold mica. Now, gold mica is a mica that's colored gold. And for us today, this is going to represent a little bit of that gold scattered amongst the candle here, that is scattered amongst the earth when you find it. So, you know, you don't find gold in large amounts usually until after you found the smaller amounts in the earth. But we're putting a good heaping touch of the gold mica into the candle today. And now we're going to go ahead and bless the candle. And let's put our herbs back aside here so I can reach my gadget that I need when we're done. We're going to do a final blessing on the candle. We're going to ask all spirits, all positive spirits, all good of the universe to come in and bless this candle to help this business, to draw this money into the business, and to draw in customers that love this business, that want to come in as repeats to this business, that want to have their parties at this business, that want to try all the different things that this business offers, and even you know, go as far as referring other people to this business. So in the name of God, in the name of the great spirits, in the name of all that is positive and joyful within this world and the next and the universe above and around us in all directions, you know, above, below, left, right, front, and back, We ask that this candle be blessed by the most divine spirits and by all the positive spirits. We ask that this candle is attracting all the positive into this business, and that this business is successful with the help of this candle and the blessings of all that is, was, or will ever be. And we're going to do an amen on this candle. We're going to seal this candle with the mantra first for Ganesha and then the mantra for Lakshmi. Ganesha is the remover of obstacles, and Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth and love. And these are two gods from Hindu background, Hindu belief, the Hindu system, the Hindu spirituality. And let's go ahead and do that now. Om Gan Ganapati Namaha, Om Gan Ganapati Namaha, Om Gan Ganapati Namaha. And then Lakshmi's. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Swaha, Om Shri Mahalakshmi Swaha, Om Shri Mahalakshmi Swaha. All right, once more, everyone, thank you for joining me today and watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and like at the bottom of the video. Thank you.